should not be talking shit about anybody. In case you missed it, I spent part of my day today speaking with the victim of Heather Homebody Hideout, the victim's mother. A family member reached out to me, and I said that if she wanted to speak to me, I would be more than willing to. Doesn't even have to like come on or anything like that. It could just be like personally, whatever. So I reached, like we spoke, they reached out, and we had a not necessarily lovely conversation, but she was a lovely woman. I told her that like I was really sorry that this was coming back up, and it was very, I couldn't allow somebody to call this kid the perpetrator when he was the victim. And you reached out. You literally just tripped over your words. You could see my message if you want to. Like, Jesus Christ, no, I didn't. How would I even find them? Like, be so for real right now. Like, the chances, literally the sister, like someone just said, the sister commented on videos. So, anyways, she wanted to talk to me about it. And of course, I wanted to talk to her and hear her out because I still had questions because Heather never spoke to the police. So we kind of spoke about everything and what had happened. And even compared to the notes of the police wasn't all the details. So she wants to come on and clear her son's name, which rightfully so, I understand. We were talking about, just came in. So we're discussing Heather Homebody. So she wants to come on. She said she just wanted a few days so that she said it's been so long. She just wants to like write down some things so that she can stay on task and kind of remember that, oh, this is who we're talking about tonight. No, his mom will not be on tonight. I just said she needs a few days and we will speak with the victim's mother and she will give us the story of what happened from her point of view. And she's older. She wants to write it down. Like, what the fuck? Y'all ask the weirdest questions sometimes. Like, do you not realize that this was traumatic? And then when she has to speak about it and relive it, it's traumatic and she doesn't want to forget anything. So yeah, she wants to collect her thoughts and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So this is all surprising to her. She never got real closure on this. Yeah. Like, I know, literally. So, no, I'm never going to speak to Homebody again. Homebody thinks I'm obsessed with her. It's very weird. I'm not obsessed with you, girl. I don't know why you think you're that special, but nobody is. You just got caught and you're upset. So the man on top, we're waiting for everybody to fall in and then we're going to talk about it. There is another TikToker. Unfortunately, it's someone who talks bad about Bree and Vale and Santos and all of them who which sucks because it's like they delegitimize our side. But she literally has said such horrible things about them. And then it turns out she has a decade worth of CPS cases against her. So, yes, Ash Trevino Raoches is the person. Ash Trevino Raoches, mom of 11 kids, only has custody of 2. So we will get into all of that. Give it just a little bit longer and let everybody fall in. So in the next few days, we should hear back from that victim's mother, and she's going to come on and tell the full story. I can't remember if it's 9 or 11 kids. Y'all don't mark me on that. We'll tell in a little bit. And she's going to do the interview from her son's house with him in earshot. He doesn't want to be on the screen. This was not because I specifically said, I don't know if that's a good idea because he was a minor when this happened. But as his mother, she wanted to speak for him, but him to have the ability to have a voice if he wants to. So he just wants to make sure that his story is told correctly. And he's going to be beside his mother, just not on the screen, because obviously this is traumatic and he would like to be done with this. You know what I mean? Not necessarily in the, like he, you know, not have her shame his name over this. But not in the sense of like, because I definitely, y'all, it doesn't matter if I turn the comments off or do anything. Y'all get mad at everything I do. If I turn the comments off, everybody's angry. Somebody's angry, I make it sub-only comments. Somebody's angry, I have the like, it's just going to be what it's going to be. Okay, so I love that you're saying, I get doing this once, but you have made this family relive this over and over and over. No, I haven't. You're blaming, once again, okay, Heather. Okay, you're right. This is my fault. This is my fault. Not the people, because I didn't even dig this up. Somehow it's my fault, but I didn't dig this up. And you think, just like the mother said, because guess what? I'm not gonna worry about what you have to say. When the mother told me, thank you for speaking up for him when we didn't even know what was being said. So I'm sleeping easy at night. Okay. The whole point in going over this again and again and again, go look right now how many followers Homebody Hideout has. What kind of content does Homebody Hideout make? She talks shit about people, but she also makes fishing content. Who do you think watches a woman fish? You tell me. Who do you think's watching that? Let's just see what the chat has to say. Who do you think's watching that? Who fishes? Who loves fishing? At least I know in my neighborhood. Young boys, exactly. Who was Heather Homebody's victim? A young boy. Where did Heather Sitco Homebody take her victim the day of? Fishing. So yes, I am going to spread awareness because I am not going to shut up when there is a possibility someone else could be a victim. So if you have an issue with what I'm doing, kindly see yourself out. And goodbye. Be so for real. If it was your child, you like, that's the thing is like, I don't even care about, like, it's about every child. I care about every child. I care about the kids whose moms let them on the internet because they don't know any better or whatever. They don't have guidance. No kid deserves to accidentally run into a PDF. So if that's how you think, you don't need to be over here. Go somewhere else. Go back to Hideout's page. Hideout over there, girl. Check. I cannot. Not today is not the day. Check. Oh. When y'all hear this mama's words, y'all are going to, I'm telling you. Don't worry, she wanted to handle it. Hi, Vegas girl. All right, let's Why is there an ad on
When
this?
people call us, they need someone they can trust.
Here's
We
your
know how to
lawyer
do
in
it.
case you need one.
That's our history. We win, and we win big.
She posted a video of her. Bro, if you're a PDF at a predator, you're not like, what? It's not bullying. You're not a victim. That child was a victim. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You are not a victim. When you have a victim, you're not the victim. And the story gets worse. Just wait. The story gets worse. Confirmed by the victim. So, Heather, if you're watching, your 15 minutes ago, your 15 minutes are up, babe. They're up. Yes, it'll be posted on YouTube. It's so weird to think that, of course, the predator wants it to just go away. That was 10 years ago. Why would we be worried? I've changed. It was 10 years ago. Who cares? Insane. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. You don't deserve to be able to make someone else a victim. No, she literally said no. She has no regrets. And when I had to tell the mother that because I told her, I said, listen, you don't have to do this. And I'm telling you, it's triggering to watch her interview. And she was like, no, I want to see it. When I had to tell her, like, look, she says in this that she has no regrets. I said, of course, this was about her version of the story, that she has no regrets and she wouldn't change anything. And when I tell you that mother, like, I could hear it through the phone. I heard the mom voice. She was like, that fucking bitch. Like, just, oh yeah, she's a liar. I forwarded that text message to her. I forwarded that text message. This was her best friend. Make no mistake. This child was groomed. It was premeditated, and this child was groomed. And this this woman, this grown woman, took advantage of a situation. I know Katie told y'all that the grandmother had recently passed. So Heather took advantage of vulnerable people. That's exactly what she did. I need to hold on because I just remembered something from. Hold on because I just remembered something she told me. I need to make sure it's in the notes. All right. Oh, it's sickening, but this girl's been doing it. She's just been a horrible person her entire life. All right, guys, we're gonna watch this. I'm telling you right now, this is triggering. This has unaliving. It is triggering.
Two disturbing details tonight about the tragic death of an 11-month-old baby boy in Midland. We got our hands on the police affidavit earlier for the arrest of the child's father, and Dylan O'Neill was arrested Wednesday. He's charged with capital murder in his son's death after the Midland County Sheriff's Office was called to Midland Memorial Hospital Monday about an unresponsive child. According to the affidavit, before checking on the infant, deputies found clothes and feces on a bed inside an RV owned or used by O'Neill. The report also says an emergency room doctor told officers they believe the infant's death was possibly caused by, quote, extreme malnourishment, and that the boy was around 11 pounds at the time of his death. According to
11 pounds, 11 months old.
Had bruisings, cuts, and scabbing all over, and his rib cage was reportedly visible. Now, two other people were arrested in connection with the infant's death. His brother, 25-year-old Zachary O'Neill, and 55-year-old Paul Hernandez. Both were arrested for hindering apprehension. The arrest affidavit for Zachary says he did not inform authorities that his brother was inside the RV, stating that it was not his.
Listen, I know y'all never believe me when I say it gets worse. It gets worse.
Place. Both men have bonded out of jail.
Okay. So, mods, can one of you get me the video? Just link it in the Discord. The video of the Lady of the Lakes people that wanted to get the keep the children, the foster family that wanted to keep the children. Please and thank you. So, once again, this is the child of the creator, Ash Trevino Raoches. The reason this came about, mods, can y'all get me a picture of her, please? And I will pull it up. Picture of her profile. This came about because she had told me in a live one time. First of all, she's racist. She came straight in, joined my live. Because of all of us that were in the 2K type support community, like you came across each other. We all knew each other. She came into my live. The first thing she said dropped was the N-bomb. I was like, holy shit. Then she said, we just say that in the South. And I was like, no, we don't, baby, because I'm from the southest of them all, Louisiana. We do not just say that. So for some reason, while she was talking one night, no, we don't. And I'm half black. Exactly. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ask her. You could go in her live right now and ask her if she says the N-word. She'll tell you. We got a clip of it. She continues to do it. She somehow brought up that and she said specifically, my boyfriend murdered my son. And when she said it, it was so casual. Like no emotion behind it, just like kind of trauma dumped a slight bit. Did you DM it to me, Stacked Moose? Or did you? What we got? Oh, here we go. I got y'all. Hold up. Y'all are gonna like this one. There was no emotion, and you can ask there were people that were there, and so it was weird. Well, then when me and another creator were like in a tiff, they wanted to call me out because I said I'm not a 2K fan. Like they didn't like that I interviewed someone. It was just really stupid, petty drama. Well, these people were so parasocial with 2K that I was the enemy now. So she continued to raw dog me, and I got sick of it. And so I said, I assumed she was just lying for attention because, like I said, she wasn't upset when she said it. She just said it like it was just, Sunday dinner, and you just bring up a topic. So I told PI, if you don't know who PI is my, I don't call people friends. Ain't nobody my damn friend no more. But PI is a coworker.
Clam slam.
Now is not the time for clam slams. So PI, my wonderful, wonderful manager, PI, helped me look up whether or not this story, because I was like, dude, I bet she's lying. Let's call her out for lying on this shit. So we look it up. PI looks it up, and PI says, yeah, girl, you ain't gonna believe this. And girl, I didn't. I wish I had never found out about this, frankly. Come to find out, yes, her. Yeah, literally, it was like that. How was your day? Oh, my boyfriend murdered my kid. Yeah. She was like, yeah, it was a few years ago. Like, it was like it was on live. She did this on live. So she proceeds to tell us, about it on live or whatever. So whatever, there's a tiff. We're looking it up, and come to find out, holy shit, she wasn't lying. But it said that it was her ex. Well, then we find out she had abandoned the kids. So we were like, no. We're going to have to look into this. And when I tell you there is so much evidence against this bitch, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. She did exactly what, don't worry, I'm going to tell y'all from the head to the toe. We're going to do a full assessment. I'm going to read the court docs to you. I'm trying to pull her picture up for y'all right now. Give me just a second so I can actually get that for y'all. All right. This is Miss Kayl1e, aka Trevino Raoches. There you go. There's that. I just want that nice and large for y'all. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. So that's Miss Connie. Let me move her to the Connie to the back, please. All right, we're just gonna put her back there for now. You can see it in these people's eyes. So, AKA Miss Cherry, she still comments on my videos. Her name is Connie. Her name was Kayl1e. It's now Connie Cherry. This is the fuck. She ain't got no right being a T page. Oh, just honey, it's about to get real bad. It really is. Someone said they sent me that article, and I want y'all to watch this as well. So Connie proceeded to say she had nothing to do with this. She wasn't even there when it happened. I was just an asshole, and this was a DV situation, and that I was just picking on a DV victim. That was her story, and she was sticking to it. This girl and Homebody are friends. In fact, when I came out about this, Homebody reached out to me and was like, hey, what's going on? And she proceeded to kind of be like, this seems like a touchy subject to press on, because everybody wanted to say that I was talking about somebody's unalived child. There were a couple creators that said I was gross. Shelby Says So. Angie, Sock Gang people said it. Look, I'm sorry, but it's true. Y'all thought that I was being inconsiderate by talking about this person's unalived child. Now, did they look into the facts? I don't know. However, I did. So this girl has gone around. This girl, after I went live and told people about what she had done, she went on Shelby's live, Shelby Says So's live, and she went on Angie's live. And now her and Homebody are friends again, I guess. So let's get started. Let me pull up this other thing from my mod, so that, because y'all are going to want to see this other video. It's going to make you, well, they just think that I'm the enemy. Like, because they're bad people. Now I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy, and that's fine. I would rather be the enemy than someone who neglected my child to a point that they unalived, and someone who raped a minor. Like, you do not hurt my feelings, baby. Y'all talk about me all you want. It's totally okay. And the fact that y'all think people are just going to forget about it is insane. It's insane. Sorry. And I just feel like, look, I was going to turn the sound bites off, but some of them are so damn fitting, because these people are so, I got to be careful what I say because they'll get me bananaed. So not smart. And their defense is just the absolute, like, I want to know if, like, I truly think in their own brains they believe it. They truly, truly do. So it's crazy. All right. Was it in the mod chat that y'all got it for me? Someone did. Did one of my, I need the video. Did one of y'all get me this video? Okay. I see y'all are working on that. So they're working on that video for me. They'll have it for me in a minute. Y'all, while we're here, thank my team. Best team in the world. Give a shout out to my mods. They truly are the most amazing people. We love them. We love them. All right, guys. Court's in fucking session. And Trevino Raoches is on the chopping block today. Okay, Kayl1e, aka Connie Cherry. She was born 7/27/1995. this case, sorry, I was reading the chat. This case is in Midland, Texas. So if you do want to look this up after, you are able to. Oh my God. Someone in the comments, I didn't even see y'all. Y'all said, whoever said, are they friends enough to trust each other? I bet they're friends enough to trust each other with their kids. Y'all are wild. Okay. So she was born in 1995, Midland, Texas. Custody. So I'm just going to name names besides the minor children. These people are adults. It bees what it bees. Joseph Galbadon regarding minor child. So this is her first child she had. Actually,
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Alexa went off. That was scary. So listen, the child that passed away was her. I don't remember exactly how many kids she had. Was it 9 or 11? Mods, can you tell me? All I know is at the time of the baby's death, she had, y'all, this is how I don't know, because she had so many children taken away from her. At this time, she only has 2 of her children out of 11. Now, she claims that she has the last child, but we're unsure. So she had one more child after her child that passed away, and that was her 10th child, I believe. So, yep. So this is her first child that we're going to speak about. Discovery in this case is intended to be conducted. The suit is brought by Joseph Jesus Galbadon, petitioner. Petitioner is a man whose paternity of the child is to be adjudicated. I don't know how to say that word. I'm not a lawyer. Petitioner has not been issued a driver's license, the last 3 numbers, blah, 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 blah. Y'all don't really give a shit about all that. So the purpose of this suit is to establish the parent-child relationship between Joseph and the child. The best interest of the child of this subject will be served by the appointment of Joseph as sole managing conservator. This was her child, her very first child. And somebody, the father, already wanted to be this was in 2011, wanted to be the sole managing conservator. So, petitioner further requests that appropriate orders be made for access to the child and allocation of the rights and duties of the conservators. Support, petitioner requests the appropriate orders be made for support. So he was asking the mother for child support. He also wanted to change the name of the child. He wanted the child to have his last name. Before this suit was filed, genetic testing was done, and he was the father. Temporary orders. Petitioner requests the court on notice and hearing to render a temporary order appointing Joseph as sole managing conservator. Petitioner further requests that the appropriate temporary orders be made for access to the child and the allocation of rights and duties of the conservators. Petitioner requests the court, after notice and hearing, to make temporary orders for the safety and welfare of the child, including but not limited to the following: enjoining Kayl1e from removing the child beyond a geographical area identified by the court, acting directly or in concert with others, denying Kayl1e access to the child, or alternatively rendering a possession order in accordance with section blah 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 of the Texas Family Code, and or providing that Kayl1e's periods of visitation be continuously supervised. With her very first child, supervision. Now, when you had to be supervised with your children, what in the actual hell business do you have talking about Brie Olson or Valerie Arnold, when you, my dear, couldn't even be around your own children? A request for a temporary restraining order. Petitioner requests the court to dispense with the necessity of a bond, and petitioner requests that Kayl1e be temporarily restrained immediately without hearing, and after notice and hearing be temporarily enjoined pending the further notice from this court. 4, disturbing the peace of the child or of another party, withdrawing the child from enrollment in the school or daycare facility where the child is presently enrolled, hiding or secreting the child from petitioner, consuming alcohol within the 24 hours before or during the period of possession of or access to the child, requests for temporary orders and injunction. Petitioner requests the court to dispense with the necessity of a bond, and a petitioner requests that after notice and hearing, Kayl1e be further restrained and enjoined pending the further order of this court. Disturbing the child or petitioner or interfering in any way with petitioner's possession of the child by taking or attempting to take possession of the child directly or through any other person from the resident school. Basically, she could not get this child in any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. This shows a history of, if they're going to grant a restraining order and everything else, you were not, girl, you did some shit. Petitioner prays that the citation and notice issue as required by law. Petitioner pray, and this is how they do it in southern states. You basically pray that the judge will answer your orders. Okay. So she said she called the records office and they said you have to go through screenings and they're 6 months behind. Wait, what? Who said that? This was going on in 2011. On April 8th, 2011, the court considered the motion for temporary orders filed by Joseph petitioner. It is ordered that a hearing is set on April 20th, 2011. Why does she have any of them kids if she's that unfit? Well, you're going to find out why. You just need to stick around for a little bit. I think she was like 15 at this time or something like that. Girl, she's got a whole damn egg carton of kids. The Raoches girl said I've had these. They're all available. Y'all, Midland, Texas. If you don't believe me, just go look her damn name up in Midland, Texas. You can find all of them. They were all on there. Okay, that's it. I'm sick of it. We don't like liars around here. Y'all know how I be feeling about the liars. Does this look fake to you? Does this look like a fake document? Okay, shut your damn mouth. Whoo! Sick of it. Sick of it.
Guilty as charged.
Fuck, man. This girl, she's worse than Homebody, like for real. And I know Homebody did that, but like this girl is in such denial. She literally said that these were fake. Then she said that I used my nursing abilities to get her CPS records. Then she said that I had 25 CPS charges. I'm still waiting to find out. Papa bless. Papa bless. Okay, back to it. I'm just going to leave it in the background since she wants to. And here, let's see. There's her name. Oh, man, what does that say? Oh, geez, this is so frustrating. So let's see. Joseph should be named temporary sole managing conservator in 2011 with her first child. Kayl1e should be named temporary possessory conservator of the child. That means that she doesn't get them all the time. Denying Kayl1e access to the child or alternatively rendering a possession order in accordance with blah, 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 blah. Kayl1e should be restrained and enjoined pending the further order of this court. This was all signed. She's not allowed to withdraw the child from enrollment in school or daycare, hiding or secreting the child, all that. Everything he asked for, she couldn't drink before she got the kid. Nothing. Not a thing, baby. You see this? That is a signature. This is a signature. Ma'am, April 8th, 2011, 3:31 p.m. if you would like me to be so exact. Do I need to put a sign up that says this is about Trevino Raoches? And she was 15 years old. Yes, ma'am. All right, I got to keep remembering to turn this off so y'all don't see my files. All right, now here's this. All right, he applied for a restraining order against her. He put in a restraining order for a temporary. A certified copy of that order and fiat is attached here too and made in part hereof. You are therefore commanded to cease and desist from doing each and all of the acts said order and fiat restrains you from doing, and you are further commanded to obey each and all the terms of said order and fiat until and pending hearing on such application for so basically he applied for it, and then it said it was signed and executed on the 19th of April. This was delivered to her. Her spelling, not mine. I love that everybody has to clarify that this is in the best interest of a child, is also what it says. So we got the TRO. This is against her first baby daddy. All right. Petitioner Joseph appeared in person and through attorney of record. Respondent Kayl1e, the party have agreed to the terms of this order as evidenced by their signatures below. The court, after examining the record and the agreement of the parties and hearing the evidence and argument of counsel, finds that all necessary prerequisites of the law have been legally satisfied and that this court has jurisdiction of this case and all the parties. So then, just their testimony. So here we go. It is ordered that Joseph and Connie are appointed temporary joint managing conservators. So that basically means, like, down here, this is court records, a family court, that they both have access to the child. I believe they were the same age. So it is ordered that at all times, Joseph, as a parent, temporary, whatever, shall have the following rights: the right to receive information, the right to confer with the other parent, the right of access to dental. So basically he could do everything. The right to consult with the physician. This is basic custody orders if you're not aware. The right to consult with the school officials, the right to attend school activities, the right to be designated on the child's records as the person to be notified in case of an emergency, the right to consent to medical, dental, and surgical treatment, the right to manage the estate of the child in the extent the estate has been created by the parents or the parents' families. It is ordered that at all times, Kayl1e, as a parent, temporary joint, blah, 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 the right to receive information. So she gets all these rights. She gets the same rights that he gets. Okay. So basically that means that legally they both have rights as far as so there's a difference in physical custody and legal custody. It is ordered that at all times, Joseph and Connie, as the parents of temporary joint manager conservatorship, and this is what they agreed to. The duty to inform the other conservator of the child in a timely manner, the duty to inform the other conservator of the child if the conservator resides with for at least 30 days, marries, or very basic, very basic. So now this is just like all the legality terms of what legally both of them, it's basically like they have 50-50 legal custody. This is, if someone could just keep repinning who this is about, you can pin that for everybody. Possession order. It is ordered, I'm skipping. It is ordered that Kayl1e shall have possession of and access to the minor child as agreed by the parties. In the event that the parties cannot agree, then Kayl1e shall have possession of and access with the minor child on Friday of each week, beginning at 6 p.m. and ending at 8 p.m. The first, third, and fifth Saturday at 1 p.m. and ending at 6 p.m. And the first, third, and fifth Sunday at 1 p.m. and ending at 6 p.m. She was not allowed overnights with her child. It is ordered that Kayl1e shall have telephone visitation with the minor child on each Wednesday, beginning at 6 p.m. and ending at 6:30. Duration. The periods of possession ordered above apply to the child with the subject of the suit while that child is under the age of 18 years old. Supervised visitation, her very first child. The court and it only gets worse. The court finds that credible evidence has been presented that Kayl1e has a history or pattern of child neglect. I don't know any other way to show y'all this. Child neglect. Hold on. I'm going to do it. Can y'all read it if it's like that, or is that too small? So new person, also a T page. Yes, who talks shit about other people. So, against the minor child. It is therefore ordered that the visitations shall be under the supervision of Kayl1e, I don't know who that is, on each period of possession and access with the minor child at her residence or as agreed by the parties. Terminations of orders on marriage. This provisions of this orders relating to conservatorship, possession, or access terminate on the marriage of Joseph to Connie. They were married. Child support. There is no child support ordered at this time from either party on a temporary basis only. Girl, she said she had no access to get her kids. Huh? Parent Education and Family Stabilization Course. It is ordered that Joseph and Connie shall each individually register and attend a parenting, education, and family stabilization course. Connie is going to make you believe that she is a victim, that she went through DV. Every relationship she ever had was DV. She was a young mother. She was this and this and this. Connie was reached out to many, many times and offered help. Connie did exactly what Homebody did. She ran. Now, two different situations. Connie ran away from the help that she was offered multiple times. And ultimately, that led to the unaliving of one of her children. She, as far as I'm concerned, is just as guilty as this man. And just wait till you find out how she talked with this man while he was in jail after he unalived her child. It is ordered that, okay, I read that. So they were supposed to take a parenting class, basically. They should both obtain a certificate of completion within 10 days after completion of the parenting course. Joseph and Connie are each ordered to file the certificate. It is ordered that each party shall pay for the cost of that party's own attendance at the course. It shall, so he had to get it changed that he was the father on the birth certificate because she didn't put that on there. The court finds that based on this public policy consideration stated in each section, blah, blah, blah. This is just, okay. It is ordered that Kayl1e and Kayl1e's agents, servants, employees, attorneys, and those persons in active concert or participation with Kayl1e who receive actual notice of this order by personal service or otherwise are temporarily enjoined from disturbing the peace. So that basically means Connie and everybody that has to do with her cannot disturbing the peace of the child or any other party, withdrawing the child from enrollment in the school or daycare facility where the child is presently enrolled, hiding or secreting the child from Joseph, removing the child beyond Midland or contiguous counties, service of right. Kayl1e waives issuance and service of whatever. I don't know what any of that is, but all right. Y'all don't need all that. So this is just the rest of the thing. It doesn't say much. So, hold on. Let me take this off the screen. Don't worry, guys. It's starting out slow. I know this seems intense. Starting out a little slow. All right. So remember, she had that temporary order of, y'all, if I have to tell y'all again, This was in 2011. If I have to tell y'all again who this is about, I'm going to lose it. At Trevino Raoches. Raoches. Understand that. We call her Raoches. Her name is Kayl1e.